Guten Morgen, muchachos. How are you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. In today's Football Digest Daily, I'm going to be telling you how Chelsea manifested their own downfall, how Manchester City's bounce back might just come to be the benefit of Arsenal, and also how we are witnessing the worst Manchester United side in the last 40 years. If I would say 40, 50 years, yes. So I'm going to be telling you all that in today's Football Digest Daily. So let's get right into it. All right. So this weekend, of course, was Match Week 25 or Matchday 25. Started off on Friday when Chelsea were taking on Brighton on Valentine's Day. Tell you what, Chelsea on that day, they had, I think, 735 passes completed. They had 70% possession of the football or the ball. They had a whooping 0 shots on target. Makes me wonder, how do you have all that during Valentine's and you have 0 shots on target? I mean, on other days, it's okay. On Valentine's, come on. This is the day that you get to shoot your shot. And then you have nothing to show for it? You didn't even get to shoot your shot despite all that possession? This is the epitome of, you know what they say about having a lot of possession with no penetration? It's called masturbation. Yes, Chelsea, that's what we are doing on Friday. Imagine that on a Valentine's. That's what they are doing. Absolutely insane. It's insane. And now they have lost to Brighton back-to-back games. Brighton knocked them out of the FA Cup, and then they came and cemented that with a thumping in the Premier League. Like, who does that? Not even Manchester United got beat back-to-back games in 2 different occasions by the same team. Manchester United knocked Arsenal out of the Premier League. No, knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup, but previously they had lost to Arsenal in the Premier League. Chelsea lost to Brighton in the FA Cup, and then some days later, almost like a week after, they lose to the same side again in the Premier League. It's insane. Now Chelsea are sitting 6th in the Premier League. I think they're moving back to the Conference League. Feels like maybe that's just where they belong. Absolutely. And Maresca actually did say a couple of weeks back that they are not in contention for the league. I think he manifested their downfall. Because at that point in time, they were flying high. And since he said that, man, they've been on a downward spiral, not gonna lie. And now, Nicholas Jackson, their one and only striker, is out. Absolutely out till April. I think like a month or 6 weeks out now. Cole Palmer is moving like a ghost. I mean, I can't recall the last time I saw him. I mean, he's not only now missing in big games, even missing in small games now. I don't understand what's going on with Chelsea. Their defense is now shit. And, I mean, their defense has always been crap. But now the attack is crap as well. I mean, these man, they are in trouble. They are just in trouble for me. And, you know, as much as Chelsea are terrible, I want them to finish like around 6th, but just above Newcastle, because I have an agenda for Newcastle against Newcastle this season. I mean, for the rest of the season, I have an agenda against Newcastle. I basically don't want to finish in the Champions League slots so that they can sell Isak to us, the Arsenal, the people's team. Yes, so, I mean, Chelsea, man, they got beat by Brighton. Not a bad way to kick off your Valentine's, man. Chelsea fans, I'm sure they have had a torrid weekend. No lie. I mean, there's nothing worse than losing 3-0 on a Friday, and then you have to endure that throughout the whole weekend. It's just terrible, atrocious, absolutely atrocious. And the goals that is conceded as well. The first goal by Mitoma. The touch. First of all, it was a long pass from the goalkeeper of Bruggen. Fantastic touch from Karum Mitoma. Absolutely took Chaloba out of the equation. And then he slid in the back of the net beautifully. 1-0. Fantastic goal. Kukurea was absolutely cooked that day by Yankuba Minte. I mean, Kukurea, in Kiswahili, there's a methali that says, akili ni nywele. Yes, and I think that is not entirely true. Because Kukurea has a lot of hair. I don't think he has equivalent number of brains or brain cells. Or the size of his hair is not directly proportional to his brains, because he was absolutely getting cooked that day. Absolutely got cooked by Yankuba Minte. It was absolutely lovely to see, man. So, yeah, Chelsea, I think for me, they manifest their own downfall. They downplay their chances of being title contention, and maybe out of that, they didn't put in much effort. I mean, if you think you can fly high, you are flying high, and then you think, actually, I'm not at the right stage to be flying high, kind of knocks you back a bit. I don't know, like, that's why I'm calling it sort of a manifestation, in my opinion. So, absolutely terrible for Chelsea. They got clapped. They're now 6th, below Bournemouth, below Newcastle. No, I think below Man City as well. I think they're just some points ahead of Newcastle. So, that was that. Then on Saturday, there was a few games, but I want to talk about Sunday, where Manchester United are playing against Tottenham, because this is where the gist of this digest basically is at, right? So, Manchester United were going to Tottenham, and you're thinking it's an El Shitico, because the two teams are absolute crap. The two teams are absolutely atrocious. They're terrible. They are poor. They're in the bottom half. They are not in the relegation fight, but they're in the bottom. They're in the pits, basically. They're in the doldrums, right? So you're thinking like, these are the two teams where you'd be thinking like, these are the two teams that want to maybe win the Europa League to get to the Champions League next season, because that's the only way they get to play in Europe next season. I don't think any of those teams gets a top 5 slot, where you could argue maybe 5 teams from the English Premier League will go to the Champions League. None of those teams get in of such slot. So, yeah, win the Europa League because that's where they are right now. And you watch that game and you're like, my God, there are two clowns, basically. Yeah, that's what it was. And some people called it El Crapico because the two teams are crap. Others called it El Shitico because they are just shit. Yeah, the two teams are just pure clowns, man. If you watch that game, you could see the two tactically inept sides. I swear, these are the kind of games. I don't know why this did not live up to that billing. They're the kind of games which ends like 4-4 kind of draw, where the two teams are just crazy. They're just poor. You know, like when two poor teams meet, there's always two equations, in my opinion, or two outcomes when two poor teams meet. One, a lot of goals, right? Second, a lot of tactical ineptness in the pitch, but not a lot of goals. Basically like a 1-0 draw or maybe a 1-0 win to one team. Yes, this one was the 1-0 win, and it went to Tottenham. And Tottenham were the better side in the first half. They absolutely were on Manchester United's case. I mean, Manchester United in the first couple of minutes, they had their chances as well. But after that, they just crawled back to their own goddamn shells. And they were just atrocious, to be honest. Zaxi tried, but still he was atrocious. I recall there's a time he had a chance to hit a volley, and he absolutely miscued it. And he did not even hit the ball. He missed the ball. Patrick Dogu made his debut for Manchester United. He tried, but I'm still going to cook him. I mean, Bruno Fernandes, their captain, he was atrocious. Harry Maguire was good defensively, I would say that. Onana was liable for the first goal, I would say. Who else? The Undertaker, aka Rasmus Højlund, didn't do much. Kamada. Alejandro Garnacho, absolutely atrocious as well. I mean, Manchester United were just poor. Even Spurs as well, they're not like good. I mean, they got their goalkeeper back, Vicario, and he had a good game, not gonna lie. He made a couple of saves, but Manchester United now this season have lost 12 games so far this season. The last time they lost as many games in a season was in 1973-74 season when they lost 13 games. I think the first 25 games. Yeah, in that season they got relegated. Now, I don't think Manchester United is going to get relegated this season, but trust you me, I would not be surprised if they finish in number 15 right now, exactly where they are. They just cannot win. These guys, they don't change their tactics. They have guys who are out injured for a minute. Their best player, Amad Diallo, their top scorer in the league with 6 goals, is out for the rest of the season. Kobe Mainoo is out for weeks. We don't know how many weeks. Lisandro Martinez is out for the rest of the season. I don't even know where Lenny Yoro was. Bruno Fernandes is moving like a jabroni. And so many other guys who are available, moving like thoroughbred jabronis. Bruno Fernandes, Alejandro Garnacho, Diogo Dalot, totally liable for the first goal as well, by the way. Who is this other guy? Patrick Dogu, he tried. But, I mean, not good enough still. I feel like Garnacho could have done a better combination with Patrick Dogu because he was doing those overlapping runs quite a couple of times. He could have done much better, but he didn't. So, yeah, man, Manchester United, they're looking like they want to be wrestlers instead of playing football. They have Kobe Mainoo, who looks to me like Booker T's grandson, doesn't he? Now think about it honestly. Look at Booker T and then look at Kobe Mainoo. Tell me that's not Booker T's grandson. Look at Patrick Dogu and look at Booker T. Tell me that's not another Booker T's grandson. Or better yet, look at Patrick Dogu and look at Trick Williams from NXT. Tell me that's not a knockoff of Trick Williams. Look at Rasmus Højlund and tell me that's not Undertaker. I mean, the dude spends more time on the floor because of wrestling with defenders. I think he would be a fantastic tag team person, or he'd be a fantastic wrestler. Rasmus Højlund. He has the hair, he has the physique, he has the bad looks. He'd make a fantastic wrestler. No lie. I'm not even capping. I'm not even trying to be sensational, but it's true. Let's be honest. It's true, or it's damn true. Oh, I went to cut angle there. But still, I mean, Manchester, they are just atrocious, man. This is the worst side you have seen in a minute. And of course, they don't get relegated because they're like 20 points above, the bottommost side. I'm talking Southampton. But yeah, they are even farther away from the number one spot. They are like 31 points below Liverpool. That's insane when you think about it. But Manchester, they're just atrocious, man. The game against Tottenham was just two poor sides. Like I called it, a proper circus, two poor clowns. Yeah, that's what it was. But anyway, Tottenham came out on top. That sent Manchester United to 15th, and Tottenham rose to 12th. Manchester United, as we speak, they're below Everton. Ruben Amorim, or rather David Moyes, has picked up more points than that has picked up more points than Amorim has done all season since he came in. I think it's insane. David Moyes is moving quite well because he actually did beat Crystal Palace on Saturday, the late kickoff. Yeah, so let's go back now. That's enough with Manchester United. I don't think there's anything I've not digested about Manchester United. If anything there is that I've not digested, we'll be talking about it in the Extra Digest podcast. We shall be shooting later today. Also, on Saturday, of course, now we had these other matches. The likes of Arsenal are playing against Leicester City. It was actually the early kickoff, and we didn't have a striker, and we ended that game thinking, oh my God. So everybody, before that game, wanted to know who's going to be Arsenal's striker, because they don't have a striker. So who is it going to be for them? And then, of course, the front three was Nwaneri, Trossard, and Sterling. Sterling had a poor game. The worst I've seen. Where that and another game, I can't recall which one. Was it against Manchester United or which one was it? He was just poor. And then, of course, in the 67th minute, we made the switch, took off Sterling and brought on Mikel Merino, who was being rumored to be the actual striker that we might have to play with for the rest of the season. Came in, and I think like 12 minutes later, he got a goal. Fantastic cross by Nwaneri and bounced in with a heck of a header, man. Fantastic. Reminiscent of the kind of header he scored against Germany in the Euros, if you ask me. Yeah, fantastic header, quite a good finish. And if that was not good enough, the second goal, that was a proper striker's finish. Cross from Trossard and a fantastic finish by Mikel Merino. I bet you Kai Havertz does not score that, because let's be honest, I have not seen Kai Havertz score such kind of goal. Honestly speaking. I have not seen Kai Havertz score such a goal. Fantastic goal. For that second goal as well, I think I have to give credit to our captain, Martin Odegaard, or Martin or the black-clad guard. Captain, fantastic. A fantastic way to get the ball from deep in our own third and lay it off for, who was it? Was it Calafiori? Yeah, I think it was Calafiori. And then Calafiori lays it off for Trossard. And of course, Trossard, low cross, good cross. And of course, Mikel Merino did the rest. Fantastic finish. 2-0 to the Arsenal, man. Our makeshift striker has 4 goals in the league. More goals than Rasmus Højlund. More goals than Joshua Zirkzee. Absolutely insane when you think about it. So most likely we're going to be seeing Merino starting as Arsenal striker moving forward. So this is going to be quite interesting. Not going to lie. This is going to be quite interesting moving forward to see how this one turns out. Imagine if we win this league and we win it with a makeshift striker. Bro, that's going to be crazy. All right? Which brings me now to Liverpool, because they were playing on Sunday against Wolves. And from what I saw that game, Liverpool kind of struggled. Wolves could honestly have, but it's always like this with Wolves. It's always like this with Wolves. They always give you this false notion, false feeling that they might actually do something, and then they actually get beat. Because in that game, I actually thought they could do something. They had quite a number of chances, to be honest. And got me thinking, like, if this is how Liverpool are going to be playing moving forward, bro, we might just catch up on them. No lie. They struggled to see off Wolves. They did. They actually did. But then again, I'm being kind of delusional with this one. Yeah, maybe just being typical Arsenal fan, but that's what it is. But they beat Wolves 2-1, 7 points above Arsenal. They have a game this week against Aston Villa. I want them to play the same way they did against Wolves, against Aston Villa. I think there's going to be something cooking there. I think the next 3 Premier League fixtures for Liverpool, they don't win any. I don't think they beat Aston Villa. I don't think after that, because they go away to Manchester City on Sunday, and then they play Newcastle. I don't think they beat all those teams. And this is where we're going to catch up with them since they come at the Arsenal, all right? Manchester City were playing on Saturday, and they beat Newcastle for 4-0. I could not believe what I was seeing. MARMOUSH with a goddamn hat-trick in 14 minutes? That was crazy. I didn't understand what was going on with Newcastle, but it was absolutely lovely to see. You know why? Because I want Manchester City to do the same exact thing when they play this coming Sunday against Liverpool at Etihad Stadium. Yes, so MARMOUSH picking form right now and starting off in such a high. I want it to continue because I want him to do something for me against Liverpool this coming Sunday, and I'm gonna be there for it. So it's been a fantastic week, not gonna lie. Bournemouth won. They are now, I think, 5th in the league standings. Nottingham Forest lost to Fulham 2-1. Nottingham Forest is a crazy team, right? They went from getting beat 5 by Bournemouth, I think 5-0. Then the next game they beat Brighton 7. Then the next game they went to penalties with a team from League One, I think Exeter City, in the FA Cup. Then after that, they're losing to Fulham. Crazy, if you ask me. But that's what's up. Yeah. What else happened? Nothing else happened. Everton won. Bournemouth lost. Southampton, Southampton are the ones who got beat by Bournemouth. Nothing much. Liverpool beat Wolves. So that's basically how the cookie crumbled this weekend as far as the Premier League is concerned. Closer home, Kenya, Gor Mahia playing against Tusker. That game ended in a 0-0 draw. And now we are 2 points below Kenya Police. Kenya Police actually beat Bidco United 2-0. And Bajaber, Zuhum's cousin, scored on his debut. By the way, he moved from Nairobi City Stars for $1 million shillings. $1 million Kenyan shillings transfer. That's a big one. That's a big one, not gonna lie. So fantastic for him. Of course, you love to see that. So yeah, let's see. Of course, this one is between Kenya Police and Tusker. Yeah, Gor Mahia bado wako in the peripheries for this one. So it's looking good, man. It's looking good. Maybe in the Premier League, time will tell whether Liverpool are going to falter. I have a feeling they might just do that. Chelsea continue doing you. Of course, this coming week you have the Champions League second leg for the playoffs. It's going to be interesting to see if Manchester actually do bounce back. And of course, we also have Liverpool playing against Aston Villa because of the Carabao Cup final is coming somewhere mid-March. So they're going to be playing it this week. All right, that's what's up. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers now, shan't we?